Week 6, we had some questions in the class. I'm going to go over that next. But first, we're going to handle rendering. So I'm just going to type right here the word test. That's fine. Full solution. Let's see my composition settings. Make sure I'm not in ray trace anymore. I am in ray trace. Don't want that. Switch it to classic. Okay. So this is 7-second long file. We'll animate the opacity on, because some people had some questions about this. So I want this to fade on over 1 second and stay on the screen for 4 seconds and then fade off again. So remember, this is 4 keyframes. Right now they're all 100. I'm just going to move this. This is the area I'm rendering. Save ourselves some time. So we want it to fade on. So this first one in opacity needs to be 0. So it's going from 0 to 100. Stays at 100. This is 100% for 4 seconds. And then the very last one will be 0. So it fades on, stays on for 4 seconds because it's 100 and 100, and then it fades off. Hit save. Now here's how we're going to render. Composition, add to render queue. We're not using media encoder. Your settings will probably be stuck at lossless because you're running the cloud version. So I'm just going to leave this alone at QuickTime because you won't be able to change that. Now the next one, you click output to, we'll call this rendered text. It's going to be a .mov file. We're saving it where we want. We hit save. Then when you're all done, you click the render button over here on the right. Yours will probably be blue because it's the cloud version of the software. So I just hit render. This shows you what frame, about the amount of time. This is where you're at, 1 second, 15 frames. This is the total duration. The elapsed time right here, about 1 minute left. That's all your information as you're rendering. You wait for the chime. And I have my speakers off, so you're not going to hear the chime. But there's a chime that goes off. Once it's done, and you're all set, you select the text right here, the text right there of your render, and delete it so your render queue is empty. Save your file. Remember, always save frequently because you don't want this to crash. Always save before you render. So that's how you're going to be rendering your first homework assignment, using the render queue.